Dele Alli, people. Dele Alli. What are you lot saying? I want to know honest opinions, guys. He is training at the moment. He's got no club. He loves the club. He looks fit. He looks healthy. He looks bang at it. He's training with a few other Premier League players at the moment, and he looks sharp as hell. Can sort out a bit of the homegrown issue as well. I think Spurs should get him training pre-season, and if Ange likes the look at him, if he can get on with Ange, and Ange likes the way he's working, this could be a stroke of genius, guys. That's what my opinion is.
I know on their reports that we've helped him. We've offered him training. We've offered him a place to train while he gets fit.
So if we can do that and Ange actually goes like, you know what? You're fitting in here, because we know a top Dele Alli works very hard on the football pitch, and I think he would suit what Ange is trying to do here as well.
Where would he fit in? Back up to Maddison?
Rotation to Maddison. He could potentially play the 8, can potentially play, I don't even know where else apart from that. Again, with Pochettino, he did play on the wings a bit, but I don't think he can play on the wings in an Ange system.
No, I don't think either. Look, I love Dele. I think it would be a romantic move if he was to come back to Tottenham and be as good as he was, but I don't know if it's the right thing. Well, it would be a lot of pressure on him, I feel. I'm not saying
definitely bring him back. What I'm saying is bring him back and train with Spurs, and if Ange likes what he sees, then sign him up. He's a free transfer.
If we believe he can be as good as he was, if that's what we're seeing in training, then I'm all for it. Does it? I'm not 100% sure he has a natural space in this team, to be honest, because I think he was at his real best for Tottenham when he was kind of playing second striker next to Kane in a back three system, and he did very well when he was like a teenager in midfield. I don't know if that's his main role. I don't know what. You know what? It's been so long. I don't know what his best position is anymore, to be honest. It could be anything, because he's been out of form for so long, and he hasn't been on a pitch really for the past year or so. Mm-hmm. Obviously, in Turkey as well, it didn't work out. Everton they didn't know where to play him. I felt, and they didn't know what his best position was.
Yeah, but I don't think you can really compare it. If we led to believe that he has put his problems in the past and he's moving forward, he's got a fresh mind. Hopefully the mental health issues that he was going through are behind him, because these mental health issues started at Tottenham. He spoke about them under Jose Mourinho when he had them. Against Everton, when he was at Everton, when he was in Turkey, he wasn't a well man. He wasn't a well man.
I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm just saying how.
That's what I'm saying. You can't really compare those times when you're talking about him coming into the team now.
I'm just saying that was the last we saw of him. Yeah. And how old is he now? 28. Dele?
Yeah, about 28.
So he's 28. Dele at 28, I don't know what his best position is. I don't know where he profiles best.
I think he'll be in the 8 or the 10.
I don't know. It requires a lot of fitness.
What about the 9?
I don't think we should sign him as a striker. He's never been a good. I mean, he's been a good second striker, only playing off someone. He's never been a good number 9 by himself. In fact, he had a little spell in the number 9 under Mourinho. Didn't do particularly well.
He's got quite a build to him. I reckon he can hold up the ball. He definitely knows how to finish. He knows how to make those runs. I don't see why he wouldn't do well as a 9 in the Ange system.
Because I don't know if it requires a lot. I think it requires to have abilities I don't think we've seen from Dele, apart from his ability to arrive late in the box. But you don't want that from the striker. From a striker, you're gonna have him in the box all the time, and he's gonna be marked. He's gonna be looked at. He's gonna have defenders on him. He's not gonna have that ability of like a second striker or a midfielder who makes those late runs untracked because the midfielders lost their marker, and he arrives late in the box and scores. When you're a striker, the main focus is on you. Now, to be fair, we saw Dele do it a couple of games at the end of the season. If Dele can do it to that role, could Dele? What I would say is I think Dele has different kind of skill sets to Dele, in my opinion. I think he's got more upper body strength. I think he's stronger than Dele. I think he's better with close control and shielding the ball than Dele. Dele, even at his best was constantly losing the ball. Even at his best, he wasn't a player who would keep the ball very well. He's a player who could come up with magic moments, don't get me wrong. He's a player who could come up with a jack-in-the-box trick, you know? He can come up with a trick up his sleeve. That's the best phrase I should say. He would always come up with a magic moment in a game. But even at his very best, Dele, even when he was at his absolute peak, I remember we said this all the time, he would have games where he was terrible and quiet, and whenever you'd give the ball to him, he would give it away. But because he would come up with a trick up his sleeve, we would forget all those other things because he'd come up with a magic moment. I just don't know if that's what we need.
But is that not what we're missing sometimes in these games? Like just that bit of X factor to win us the game, to come up with a moment of magic. Aren't we missing that?
But we have players who could do, you know, you've got players like Maddison who should be able to do that. We don't need, I don't think, Dele to do that. We should be able to have that in the squad right now, I would say. I guess maybe without Maddison, we are lacking it a bit, I would say. Maybe the other point there. But I don't know. I just feel like Dele wouldn't be the right fit for us.
Yeah, look, I do get what you're saying, that I don't think there is a natural fit for him in this squad. I agree with that. But what I would say is, like I said before, like if Ange can see something in him in training, homegrown player for free that could potentially be an unbelievable player for us if he is back at it and back right. And that's only for Ange to decide once he sees him in training. But if he does decide that that's the way to go, it could save us so much money in the short term and give us kind of, I'm not saying start him every game, you know, have him as a squad option even. Coming off the bench late in games to change something. I think it would be brilliant.
It would be an incredible story, that's for sure. If something would like that to happen, it wouldn't even matter. It would be one of those stories which I just kind of wanted to happen just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
You know, you can't help but feel like if we were to re-sign Dele on a free, what a story that would be. And it's one of those things you just want to see happen, just because of curiosity.
Yeah.
I want to see happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe it's more than that. And obviously the nostalgia. It's usually Sim pushing the nostalgia thing, to be honest. And I'm the one battering it away. But it's me bringing it up this time and me wanting it to happen. I love Dele, and I've spent the last couple of nights just watching Dele compilations, and it's just made me remember how good he was, man. So, some of his assists and some of his goals for Spurs in that 3-year period were just unreal, weren't they?
Some of the best we've ever seen, I would say. But the sad reality is it's probably coming up on 7 years since we've seen the Dele, which was a Dele we would like to see on the pitch. It's been that long now. And as much as I'd love something like that to happen and him to complete his journey of recovery by coming back to Tottenham and getting back to his best, it would be an incredible story. I just don't know if it's realistic.
Yeah. I would be a lot more for it if he was considered as club trained. I think I was speaking to Josh King a few nights ago. I think he missed out on that by like 6 months or something by joining Spurs.
Yeah, when he signed for us, I don't know how old he was. I know when he first played, he was 19.
Yeah, because we signed and then we loaned him back to MK Dons, didn't we?
So does that not count?
No, because he needs to be available for the club.
I think, no, I tell you why I don't think it counts. I don't think he officially joined until the summer. Maybe that's fine.
That's it, yeah.
He didn't officially join. So,
but
it's like a pre-signing.
Judging by the comments, it doesn't seem like many of you agree with me, but I'm still going to be banging on about it because I love this man. But like I said, it's all down to Ange. If Ange looks at him in training, and let's say we do, for argument's sake, we do take him back for training and says, and we don't go for him, then that's fair enough. Then I'll completely back that. But if we were to bring him back and Ange saw a spark in him in training and saw that glint in his eyes, I think it could be something special.
I would love it. I'd love it if it was to happen.
But yeah, there you have it. That is my 2 cents on Dele. I want to know your thoughts in the comments section below.
What about bringing Bell back out of retirement?
You know what? You know what?
He ain't doing anything at the moment. He's being a pundit.
You know what I'd love to see Bell do now is go to Wrexham. That's what I'd love to see him do.
Yeah, he should. Why not? End his career there in Wales. I reckon he would still...
Bale was way too young to retire at the quality that he is.